Hi, you're joining us at the fastest track in Europe, also known as Rockingham Motor Speedway.
This is round 6 of the THUNDERSPORT GB Championship 2016.
Welcome to Rockingham, round 6 then of 2016, a 9-round championship. The HMT Racing Stocktwins, Avon Supertwins on circuit. Johnny Towers leads the Supertwins points overall, number 17. And in the Stocktwins, it's Greg Medeiros that has the advantage. But there are plenty of names in the frame. You just saw there a moment ago, number 49, Paul McClung. Paul, whenever he comes racing at THUNDERSPORT, is always a serious threat. You saw Greg Medeiros there, number 60. A couple of other numbers to keep your eyes out for then. John Simpson, 71. Towers, I mentioned, 17. Dan Taylor, Stocktwins champion of last year, number 26. As we go into turn 1, it's John Simpson that has the advantage first up. We're on board here with Thomas Watson on his Suzuki 650. He makes his way up towards Dean Hairpin for the first time. Anti-clockwise circuit, this one. Quite a nice day for a bit of racing. Certainly beats the ugly weather that we had here this time last year. It was a complete washout. Looks like a different place now. As we tip right there into Yentwood, his right-hander, then into Chapman Curve. The oddly named Piff Paff is the first left-hander that greets them after that. There's Paul McClung though, he's got out front ahead of John Simpson, then Towers and Medeiros. Aaron Bradley's out there as well. Ben Tolliday, another rider to look out for. Number 43 is Alex Platt, had a good run out at Alton Park last time. But out front, Paul McClung here, just sticking his leg out, a few wobbles. Towers, it is that leads this championship. Syd's here with me in the commentary box. And Syd, Johnny Towers leads overall in the Avon Supertwins. A rider with a lot of experience, not necessarily a lot of race experience, but a fair bit of experience if you count back his previous times as well, but always up there, always battling for race wins, and at the moment in charge of this championship.
Yeah, I mean, he's come here, he's enjoying it, and he's having a great time. And of course, he's sponsoring one of the championships, the RST Moto Video RRV 450 GP. Which is fantastic. Puts a bit into the Sparklight Racing there, the RST leathers that Gary Coombe sells. He just enjoys racing, the old with the Team Edge RST. Does well. I mean, I think probably the 600s are slightly more of a struggle, but he's done so well with these twins.
Twins becoming, obviously, over the years, THUNDERSPORT GB have had various levels of stock twins. There's been the junior power bikes, the GP2 class, but certainly more and more riders in THUNDERSPORT now with the super twin machines.
Well, it's a good graduation class, isn't it? Where before you had guys like in the super teens, the youngsters, and they would then go and chance their luck on a 600. Some would frighten themselves to death, frankly. Now you've got the super twins and the stock twins that you can come into, which is moderately priced machinery, you know, that can be bought quite reasonably, and or the RRV 450 GP Aprilias, which you can also race in this class.
Oh, Paul McClung there, I heard something as they were heading around the Brook chicane then, and it looked like Paul McClung might have had a problem. Oh, there's a major collision here. Yellow flags are out, down out to the Brook chicane. Nice to see that the riders are up and walking away from that quickly. Is that Neil Schofield? It is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Neil Schofield's gone down. He looks hurt there. And, oh, that's a shame. It was that Tom Watson as well, I think, that went down, who we were on board with earlier. So, well, yeah, we saw him on board. That was a nasty accident. Just before that, Paul McClung, I heard something like a skid just out of shot. And all of a sudden, the next thing, we saw Paul McClung going wide onto the start-finish straight. That's allowed John Simpson here to go through. So number 71, John Simpson from Antrim, Northern Ireland, on the TrickFit racing machine, who really needs a solid weekend here to get himself back into the championship hunt, is now leading from Paul McClung.
He had a good day yesterday to John, though. You know, so he's thereabouts, isn't he?
Yeah, well, there's 5 riders coming into this weekend separated by 100 points, which sounds like a lot, but considering before the start of this weekend there's 400 still available, there's a lot on offer. There you can see, again, number 47, Tom Watson, just getting his bike fixed up by the marshals as they push it to one side. Yellow flags were out though, so no overtaking. Onto the start-finish straight we go again. Paul McClung seems to have regathered his pace again, makes light work of John Simpson as they go through into turn 1. McClung himself is the man in 5th place in the championship, who arrived here at Rockingham 101 points, behind Johnny Towers. And a couple of decent results here today, and anything can happen.
Yeah, well, I mean, it probably instills some yearning to come back and finish off all the rest of the rounds. Who knows? Long way to come from Scotland, isn't it? You know, it's a long travel down here. But what a good rider he is.
Exceptional rider, Paul McClung. We've seen him at the front end of many a race in the past. You see there, number 3, is Ryan Redman, just up ahead of Alex Platt. These guys are just inside the top 10 overall. Looking towards the Stocktwins, Greg Medeiros at the moment, it is that leads that. He's leading the championship as well. Aaron Bradley on circuit 2nd. In 3rd is Luke Mamet. So that's your top 3 at the moment in the Stocktwins. Of course, Dan Taylor's out there on a bike that looks very similar to the which he won the Stocktwins championship on last year, but he is now officially a Super Twin rider, no longer in Stocktwins.
Yeah, Luke has just come into his own of late, just started to show. You know, you can't, as we said before, you can't become a racer overnight, particularly a good racer. It takes experience, and to go fast, first you have to go slow. It's that simple. Unless you happen to be Marc Marquez, who's been on 2 wheels for since he was 3, probably.
Well, yeah, a number of riders obviously starting out when they're very young. Not all will have the natural born talent, unfortunately, of Mr. Marquez. But hey, there's certainly plenty of talent still on offer in these Thundersport GB Championships, of course. You can watch all the classes on the website, thundersportgb.com. As you look here at Greg Medeiros, number 60, the white and sky blue machine. He is leading the Stocktwins. He's up ahead of last year's champion, Dan Taylor. Dan Taylor, who actually won back-to-back championships because it was known as the Super Twins and the Stocktwins, was it as well? The year before? I'm trying to remember now.
Mini Twins back then.
Mini Twins, sorry, correct. Mini Twins. There is number 12 then, as Syd just mentioned, Luke Mamet. His hometown is Hereford on the Apex Evolution Racing Suzuki. Certainly not where he hails from originally.
Mauritius.
Yeah, Hereford's some way from Mauritius, isn't it? But
gets a lot of support from home though. They do look after him.
Right, it's good to see. Often see him sporting the Mauritius flag, his helmet and his leathers. But, at the front of this one, still Paul McClung and John Simpson. There is Simpson. He's been backed now by the Trick Bits team quite a long time. I remember when he first came into Thundersport GB. In fact, he will have raced here because the very first year Thundersport came here, I think, was 2009. And I'm pretty sure that back then, John Simpson was fighting it out in the Super Stock 600 class with the likes of Dan Miles and a few others that I seem to have got right at this particular moment. Ricky Simmons. Yeah, some good times back then. So Simpson certainly knows his way around this circuit. There is Greg Medeiros up ahead of Dan Taylor again. These two certainly know each other rather well from their fun from 2015. Just going to put a lap on a rider there. There is Medeiros. And then Taylor. Dan Taylor at the moment, 4th overall in the Super Twins Championship. Not completely out of touch, but doesn't look like he's going to be threatening for a win here today. There is your race leader, Paul McClung. Haddington, Syd mentioned, quite a way to come. Much like John Simpson. Although John Simpson will be looking forward to Anglesey. It's as close to a home round as he'll get. Dan Taylor here, you can see, has moved up ahead of Greg Medeiros now. So Dan Taylor up into 4th place overall as the last lap flag comes out. So we might well have our top 5 already sealed and sorted here. As you see there number 76. That's Mark Kirkby just being lapped by Paul McClung. Kirkby's in 15th place overall, so Paul McClung has lapped everyone up to 15th place.
I suppose Dan, now that he's got mixed up with the Schofield mob, he will probably have a double hyphen name.
Oh, big moment there for Paul McClung on this final lap. He's still pushing it. I'm not getting involved in any of that conversation.
Dan Taylor Schofield Lodge.
I am not getting involved in that conversation. Although I have to say, getting mixed up with the Schofields, there's worse places to get mixed up.
Oh, it's fabulous crew. Absolutely fabulous crew. Particularly if you're a commentator.
Into the final chicane then here for Paul McClung, number 49. Brilliantly done, although Neil, at the moment, Schofield, will be nursing some injuries. That was a nasty accident he had earlier on.
He's got a beard, that's why he crashed.
Checkered flag comes out. Paul McClung, race winner, did it with relative ease, to be honest, after getting past John Simpson. But that is a vital 20 points for Simpson. Didn't see much of Johnny Towers there, but he did finish in 3rd place. He'll hold on to his series lead for now. Dan Taylor was 4th. Greg Madero, winner of the Stocktwins class in that particular race, ahead of Ben Tolliday. Here you see the top 3 on the podium then. Paul McClung, John Simpson on the left, Johnny Towers on the right. And in the Stocktwins, it's Greg Madero from Aaron Bradley and Luke Mamet.
Johnny, 3rd place. Tough racing out there, though.
It was a really tough race, Sid. You know, I'm always happy if I give my best, and everything I had, I put into that. Ali Grant made some amazing changes overnight, and I went a second and a half faster than I went yesterday. But you know what? You've got to take results like that when they come. I won one yesterday, you got a 3rd. So 3rd today for my championship is great. You know, we've worked hard to get where we are, and you know, on the day you've got to take it, and that was as much as I had. But these two were fast today, so I'm pleased enough with that.
Wow, a second. And anyone else to thank?
Well, as always, Ali Grant. He's worked again tirelessly. The guys at Complog prepare the bike. You know, we've chipped away with it, so we've made it better and better. And I'm getting to the point where I can ride to my limit, the bike's limit. And yeah, I am really pleased. So the guys at Complog, my teammates, and importantly, Ali Grant.
John, 2nd place, always tough, and I know you like to win. You had a win yesterday, so you've got to be reasonably pleased with the weekend.
Oh, I know, absolutely. Paul ran a fantastic race there. You know, I didn't really have an answer for him, and we were close together until the back markers got us. He sort of lost touch with him after that. But I've got a new bike for the weekend, and it's definitely helped me out. I think it's going to be a battle for lap records now. But fair play to him. He ran a good race, and I'd just like to thank my team boss, Paul. He's put a fantastic bike together with the help of Kevin Brown from FBM Performance Engines Mint. And I've got no excuse, so I should have won. And I'm going to win the next one, so we'll see.
Paul, excellent bit of racecraft there. It was not an easy race until you got mixed up with back markers, apparently.
Yeah, not at all. It's quite hard round here. It's quite greasy, so snatching the back all the time. I was almost off at the last corner there, so just lucky to stay on there. And I think I hit the back markers pretty well, whereas Simpson got a bit of a hard time. So yeah, it helped me.
Excellent. And sponsors you'd like to thank?
Yeah, just the usual people, all my family, friends that come and support me. Ian, Lenny, Stephen Curry, Mum and Dad, Simon, Custom Choppers, just everyone that helps, Diana Dice, thanks a lot.
Luke, another podium, another day.
Yeah, great stuff, really happy to be in the front now. Last year was really hard with another great bike. This time I got a team, Apex Evolution Racing. The guys really done a great job. They've been setting up the bike beautifully. And thanks to a lot of people supporting me now, it's really great. Coming from a background, quite far away to do this, I'm pretty happy it's working out now. Hopefully I'll be high on the podium in the next race, that's the plan. I'd have to thank a lot of people. So STP Race Products, St Davis Trinity University of Wales, there's BNC Express, Viper Helmets, we have Vital Equipment providing us with petrol, Peter Hughes. Yeah, and that's about it. Yeah.
Well done, Luke.
It's good stuff. Hopefully I see you again later on. Yeah, we'll see more.
Regular visit on the podium now. You must be pretty pleased with this.
Yeah, pretty pleased with it, to be honest. It's a new bike for the weekend. I didn't get to test it on Friday, so jumping on it second race yesterday because I've had loads of trouble with my bike. So big thanks to Paul from Trip Bits Racing, who's come on for this season. I'm riding their bike. But it's just getting used to it. It's only second time out, so I've got 2 seconds on it, so I can't really complain. But it's just, Greg's got that experience on his bike, and I can't keep with him. So, and then I had a big moment on that last corner on the second to last lap, and my screen broke, so I had to chuck that off and bent my lever down. So yeah, but glad to get on the podium. Good for championship points, but Greg's just going along, so I need to pull my finger out and do something.
Greg, another win for you there. You're doing so well this year. Do you feel like one eye on the championship?
Oh, definitely, without a doubt, but I don't want to ever get too confident. It's racing, everything can go wrong, and could go into your hands, could go away from your hands, so I'm not going to do that. Points mean prizes. I did back off again at the end of that race because of that. It's always in the back of your head. Just got to keep working at it. I'm not ever going to be like, yeah, I've got it. I haven't. So that still keep going, doing what we're doing, stay on the bike, and we can hopefully, we'll have our fingers on it soon, but I'm not going to get too cocky.
Good stuff. And a shout out to anyone?
Yeah, massive shout out to Eddie at Precision Signs. He did some graphics for the bike last round. He's done more for me, and he's also doing my van for me, so a big shout out to Eddie. And also Simon, who come forward and helped me out at the last race meeting. I massively appreciate those guys. I haven't got many people on board, so to those who have got on board, I massively appreciate it. And also my stepdad Ray, as always. He does a brilliant job of making sure my bike's ready. He's always running around feeding me, fixing my bike, doing whatever I need to be done. I just got to get on it and ride. So once again, Ray, top job. You've made sure the bike's ready to go. We've done what we need to do, so I'm over the moon with that. Absolutely over the moon.
Let's see if he remains over the moon. Race 2 in the Super Twins coming up in a moment. Welcome back to Rockingham. Time for race 2 in the GP2 Super Twins here, and the Stock Twins as well. Paul McClung, race winner earlier on. Johnny Towers here, still in control of the championship for now, but that gap closing here this weekend. Thumbs up from Paul McClung, and rightly so. He looked in fine form earlier. John Simpson here. Well, can he go one better? I would imagine he'll just focus for now on getting ahead of Johnny Towers and closing that championship gap down overall. Look out for Greg Madero again in the Stock Twins and his championship rivals Aaron Bradley and Luke Mamet. Keep our eyes on them for you as well as we get away from the line there. Nice to see that the riders that were caught up in that accident earlier on are back out ready for this race. Well, certainly Neil Schofield is. I could see him just a moment ago, which is nice to see. Looked like he might have been hurt, but here we go, charging up towards the hairpin. Like it's Paul McClung again, who has got that early advantage, the race winner from earlier on. Yes, it is. There he is up ahead of John Simpson and Johnny Towers, who's a bit closer this time. That Trick Moto Edge Racing machine up into third. Can he get on terms with those guys? They're under lap record pace in race 1, by the way, by a good 7/8 tenths. Tom Neves' old lap record has gone. Paul McClung was in the low 127s in race 1. If he does that again here, he'll be tough to beat once more. 101 points down, Paul McClung was, number 49 on 17 Johnny Towers, as we came into Rockingham. And so after this race, we'll get a glimpse at the points table and we'll see just how close it is. There's Greg Madero, number 60, light blue and white machine, just up ahead of Dan Taylor, just as we saw in race 1. McClung, Simpson and Towers, the first 3 through there. Then it's Taylor and Madero. Aaron Bradley, number 111. Then it's number 12, Luke Mamet. Further back there is Schofield, 78. Places further back, Adam Goodyear. Into turn 1 we go. Towers just struggling to hold on to both McClung and Simpson in the early stages. There's Alex Platt, got off to a decent start. Number 42, Max Dixon, he's just up ahead of Ben Tolliday. These guys inside the top 10. Just beyond them, it's Ryan Redmond, Michael Mace, Neil Schofield, Thomas Burnett, Ian McCann. We saw Adam Goodyear, Mark Kirkby, Gary Rodwell as well. There is Luke Mamet. There's the Mauritian flag colour scheme on the side of his motorcycle there. But Paul McClung, it is that has this early advantage. John Simpson doing everything possible just to stay with him, because he knows one or two things can happen if he does that. One, he obviously has the chance to take the race win, and two, he pulls himself away from Johnny Towers, his nearest championship rival. Out of Tarzan we go. McClung it is that has the advantage still over John Simpson. Sid's here with me in the commentary box. At the moment, Syd, this is looking like a carbon copy of race 1. McClung, Simpson and Towers. None of those guys just quite able to get on terms with McClung. Earlier on in race 1, it took a mistake from McClung for John to get past. What do you think of this one?
Well, I think it's a very similar, as you say. It looks to me like Johnny Towers is using it as a damage limitation exercise. Done well, actually, in race 1 to stay in third, I thought. I mean, he's thereabouts, isn't he? Paul just seems to have enough that when John gets near him, he just turns the tap on a touch and pulls away. Yeah, it's very similar. I see that the Stocktwins, good battle there at the moment between sort of Greg Madero and Aaron Bradley. That's quite close. So, yeah, game on.
Well, we'll see how that one ends up. Greg Madero at the moment, not a huge lead in the championship of the Stocktwins, but enough to keep Aaron Bradley at bay. As you see here, Luke Mamet, Ben Tolliday and Platt fighting. John Simpson looks just a bit closer on this lap. Two completely different lines around Tarzan there. Paul McClung takes this really wide exit. John Simpson a slightly tighter approach, so maybe Simpson fancies a go here. Around Brook Chicane we go, and Simpson is definitely closer. Again, look at the two different lines. So they make their way onto the start-finish straight. Simpson now will try and get into the slipstream. Maybe we will see a change up the front as Mamet, Tolliday and Platt go through Brook Chicane as well.
Yeah, you wouldn't have seen Luke Mamet playing around with Tolliday and Platt, would you? A few months ago. He really has come on quite strong.
Here comes John Simpson up the inside of Paul McClung. Can he hold on to it? Paul McClung fights back though. No, it was a good effort from Simpson. He knew that he'd have to try and beat him up somehow, but he's going to have to do a bit better than that. Couldn't quite hold on to his line, and Paul McClung comes through again. Now then, will McClung find that extra gear that Syd was talking about earlier on and now try and pull away, now that he knows, of course, he's got this company? Simpson still following his every move, the shadow, you could say, of Paul McClung as it stands. The pair of them are pulling away now from Johnny Towers. This is the battle Syd was talking about between Greg Badero and Aaron Bradley, the two Stocktwins championship rivals. And on this occasion, it's Aaron Bradley that has the advantage there. 34, further back is Ian McGann from Southampton, one of our British Army riders. Just up behind Neil Schofield. Well, these guys have just come through some traffic. And has that worked out better for Paul McClung?
Mark Lamb, look, number 1 out there for a play, usually on our flags.
That's not Mark Lum, is it?
Yes, it is, yeah.
Wow. Who decided he should have the number 1 plate?
I'm not sure.
Well,
we'll put that to arbitration.
As much as I love Mark Lum, he's certainly not a defending champion, unless you want to call him the people's champion. I want to see, actually, next time we get a glimpse of him, whether or not he's got his clear visor on, because he used to have the most fixated eyes on the circuit that you've ever seen. So, yeah, nice to see Mark out there. Now then, the gap at the front has opened up. Paul McClung, he's got this one in control. John Simpson's rolled off. He's pushing it. Of course, they're under lap record pace. Simpson here is just going to focus on trying to finish ahead of Johnny Towers. There is 77, Robert Kirk. These guys are about to get lapped by Paul McClung as well. Looked really comfortable here, Paul McClung. There's been a few rounds over the last few years where Paul McClung shows up and looks incredibly tough to beat. And today, that is certainly the case. Although John Simpson will be relieved to get himself some big chunky points. Front end there, nearly washed away from Paul McClung.
See, it can all go wrong, can't it? So easily. You think you've got it in the bag.
Anything can happen in motorcycle racing, absolutely anything.
And usually does.
It usually does. Max Dixon there, number 42. Do you know, for a moment I had to just double take. I see a black bike with 42 and a bright yellow helmet and I think of Rob Ellesmere immediately. Here we are on board with Luke Mamet and we're now coming through the chicane and oh dear, someone's gone down right in front of him there. Luke Mamet, and that's Alex Platt who's gone down. Alex Platt, oh dear.
Alex.
He jumps to safety straight away because of course he's in the firing line a little there. And now we're on the last lap. Paul McClung, it is, that has this big advantage at the front. He's managed to break away. Funnily enough, John Simpson did get the fastest lap of the race, but Paul McClung has just consistently been able to break away from Simpson. There is Aaron Bradley. He's up ahead of Greg Medeiros here. Medeiros might not have an answer for him at the end of this lap. Checkered flag is being made ready now, and Greg Medeiros is going to have to play second fiddle for a change here. Aaron Bradley has had a few wins this season so far, and he'll keep himself in the championship fight with a win here. Or will he? Because Greg Medeiros, on the last couple of corners, has just found a little bit of pace. This could go right to the line. Through Brook Chicane we go though. Paul McClung, a double win coming for the number 49. A few wobbles at times in the race, and again there, but brilliantly done. 50 points, and that will do him the world of good in the championship, deservedly so. 40 points the day for John Simpson, and it will be Johnny Towers who finishes in third place. A lonely one at that. 13 seconds adrift of race winner Paul McClung. Dan Taylor finished in fourth place, and Aaron Bradley did in the end 0.3 of a second finish clear of his rival Greg Medeiros in the Stocktwins. Here you see Paul McClung, John Simpson and Johnny Towers, the top three outright, and in the Stocktwins Aaron Bradley, Greg Medeiros and Luke Mamet. Now to the two championship standings. Let's have a look at this. Johnny Towers still ahead, 50 clear of John Simpson. Dan Taylor in third, but Paul McClung is there in fourth place. Keelan Irwin fifth, Greg Medeiros in sixth. Stocktwins, Greg Medeiros still in charge overall, but just 45 points now, the gap between himself and Aaron Bradley.
Donnie, another third place. Yeah. I know it's not your favourite circuit, but you must be happy.
Sid, I'm really pleased. You know, I've come out of here after we had a really bad weekend at Alton. So I've got 4 podiums, 1 win, 3 third places. I can't be more happy than that. So yeah, championship lead still intact. So yeah, we'll go on to Anglesey. We'll get stuck in there.
John, second place. I know you prefer to win, but you've had a great weekend, haven't you?
Yeah, it's been good. Like, I mean, I'll have to eat my words now. I said I was going to win that one. I did have a wild, bad, rotten run through the back markers, and I kind of lost touch with him, or else I think it would have been a race right to the end. But I can't fault McClung. He's riding powerful well, like, and he hasn't even been here before, so all credit to him. Just like to thank my manager Paul Jenks from Trick Bets and Kevin from FBM Performance for putting me a good package together. Cheers.
Paul, another fantastic win. Well chuffed you must be.
Yeah, quality, good weekend. Started off not so good, but finished good. Just thanks to everyone that helps me, all my family, all my sponsors. Thank a lot.
Top man, well done.
Perfect, cheers.
Luke, another third place. You've had a great weekend.
Great weekend, really happy. Very, very good stuff. The race was really intense. There was a few crashes and a few wobbles. Great job, very happy for the whole weekend. It was a great weekend back. And I think we'll be on the podium quite a lot now. So we'll be seeing a lot of you. Also, I'd like to thank Jan Man for doing great levers. We do it to your measures, really cheap, good deal. It's worth having a look, guys. And my team, Apex Evolution Racing, doing a great job with setting up the bike. STP Race Products, St Davis Trinity University of Wales, BNC Express, Vital Equipment, Peter Hughes, And Thundersport and the marshals, all of you guys doing a great job. Thank you very much for that, and keep it up. I'll see you at Anglesey, guys.
Greg, second place for this one. Been wins for all the others, so that's not too bad. You do really well in the championship.
Points mean prizes. Second place is better than the gravel, so I'm really struggling with my tyre. It was just overheating towards the end of the race, going everywhere. I knew Aaron was catching me on my pit board. He got by me, and I tried to have a go at him on the last lap, but there was no way I was doing it. I felt really sketchy in it and uncomfortable on the bike, really pushing that much, so I had to back off and settle for second, but second will have to do for the championship. So fortunately I couldn't do it for a win, but that's it. It's not the end of the world.
Aaron, fantastic win, and I know you've been trying all weekend, but you got in the last race, great.
Yeah, it was coming, jumping on that new bike, like I said, it's just getting more confident on it. I put a new tyre on, I put an SC1 on for that race, and Greg got a good gap on me in the first couple of laps, but the tyre scrubbed in and I just got my head down and went. And that last lap was the most defensive lap I've ever rode in my life. I just wanted this win. I was probably the slowest person out there, but I wasn't letting him pass me. So yeah, big thanks to Paul from TripBits Racing, Dan Hegarty, Paul and Tracy Cork, my dad, mum, sister, Jordan Rushby, Nigel Rushby, just everyone who's helped me Thundersport. Well, without you, like, it wouldn't be possible. So yeah, just thank you to everyone, and I've got some more silverware to put in the cabinet. So yeah, it's good.
Well, we'll see if you've got some more to put in the cabinet next time out when Thundersport GB travels to North West Wales. We'll see you at Anglesey next time.